First thing we need is a coin. Anybody have a coin? Nobody carries cash or coin anymore. You have a coin? Anyone out there with a coin? Christian's my man. All right, if everybody can stand up, we're going to let the stream crew get set while we do this game. We got a little bit of time here, okay? This is the game. Pretty simple. It's heads or tails. I'm going to flip the coin, but before that, you have to make a choice. Either you put your hands on your head, or you put your hands on your bottom, okay? This is how we're going to work it. The goal is to stay alive, okay? So make your selection, heads or tails. We have a tails. If you're on heads, you can sit down. All right, we're going to thin the herd one more time. Make your selection, heads or tails. Make your selections. Quarters in the air. Another tails. If you're on heads, you can take a break. All right, next selection, heads or tails. I'm not going to believe this. That's a heads. All right, let's keep going. Make your selection, heads or tails. That's a tails. All right, here's the defective coin, I think. Make your selection, heads or tails. Another tails. All right, we're going one more time. Heads or tails. Make a selection. Heads. All right, we get down to the nitty-gritty here. Make your selection. Tails. All right, heads or tails? Heads. We have one left. We have 1, 2, 3. All right. Heads or tails? Heads. And then there were 2. This is for all the marbles, okay? Heads or tails? Tails. We have a winner. Come see me tomorrow. We got some tournament swag for you, okay? All right, folks, we're very fortunate tonight to be able to broadcast, stream this live to your friends and family and folks that are looking across from the province. We want to thank our partnership with We Digital Productions for helping us out tonight. They'll be streaming all the games throughout the weekend. And at this moment, we are live, and we'd like to get forward with some of the agenda tonight. I'd like to call forward at this point the OCAA Men's Basketball Convener, Mr. Eric Savage, for some remarks.
Thank you. On behalf of the OCAA, welcome to the 2023 Men's Basketball Championships presented by Bel Air Direct. I would like to take the moment to congratulate all the student athletes and coaches across the OCAA for their hard work and commitment to excellence, both on and off the court and in the classroom. Also, congratulations to this evening's award winners on their tremendous accomplishments this season. Thank you to St. Clair, in particular Ted Beal, Christina Gatto, Jay Schufelt, and staff for hosting this year's championships. Finally, I wish the players and coaches competing this weekend all the best, enjoy the provincial championship, and leave it all on the court. Thank you.
Thanks, Eric. At this time of the night, we'd like to call forward our keynote speaker. I'd like to introduce former student athlete at St. Clair College with our men's basketball program. Inducted into the OCAA Hall of Fame. And a tremendous career for the Saints. His best season in 1997-98, he was named an All-Canadian, West Region All-Star, OCAA and West Region scoring champion with a 24.6 points per game average. Finished his career 5th all-time in St. Clair history, having scored 1,826 points in his 4 seasons of play. His other accolades include being the 1998-99 St. Clair Student Athlete of the Year, participating in 3 OCAA All-Star games, and 3 OCAA championship tournaments. And he did this, unfortunately, with the help of a very mediocre point guard for 3 of those 4 seasons. In 2000, Parsons was named to the OCAA All-Millennium team, and then was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2003. He went on to serve as our head coach for both the women's and men's programs at St. Clair College. Please welcome to the podium, warm welcome to Mr. Jimmy Parsons.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Ted. I appreciate that. And welcome St. Clair College, the host of the 2023 OCAA Men's Basketball Championships. I'm honored to be here as guest speaker tonight because I know the event means a lot to the teams, players, coaches, and colleges alike. But more importantly, I know in less than 24 hours, it's going to be game time. I know that each one of you players have worked hard this season in order to get to the positions that you are today, but it wouldn't have happened without the help of a special group of people. So at this time, I know we already stood, but I would like everybody to give help me and give me a round of applause to the coaches, trainers, and others, folks who helped you to get where you are today. Thank you for that. As a player, I know that there's a few folks out here who I've played against and who have coached against me. I've already talked to Coach Flack from many moons ago, and as a coach in the OCAA, both in the men's team and the women's team, I see a lot of coaches as well, and training staff and others who help you get to where you are today. So please do not take it for granted. They don't get paid millions for what they do, and the hard work is all for you. So all 8 teams here, hopefully you understand that and appreciate that and never take that for granted. When I was asked to speak at this event, my first thought was absolutely not. Number one, I don't like talking in front of large groups of people. Number 2, when it comes to writing speeches, it's for me, it's tough to come up with something that you'd be interested in listening to. So I'm going to give it a shot today. As Ted mentioned, there's a few things that I've done in the OCAA as a player and a coach, but I want to talk about, obviously I took this challenge and to talk today. to talk about the game that we all love here is basketball. And I want to share with you a few stories that I've, that got me in the position that I am today. As Ted said, I've played in the OCAA. I coached in the OCAA. I've medaled in the OCAA. I've been recognized as one of the best players in the OCAA. Currently, I'm the chair for the School of Media Art Design at here at St. Clair College, and the chair for our Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion Committee at St. Clair College, something I'm very proud of. How does basketball tie all into this? I want to ask you players, so all 8 teams, I'm not sure exactly where everybody's sitting, but how many are first-year players? Just by a show of hands. How many are in their final year? Okay, so I was both of you, those folks at the same time. How many players have wanted to play at a higher level? There's a few. I was one of those. And how many players want to continue playing basketball when you're done your coaching or done playing at your respective colleges? So who wants to continue on to play this game of basketball that we all love? That's good. I was you at one time as well. And how many players here think that basketball experiences that you have will take you to places that you never thought would happen? I know this game is crazy. Where I grew up, my mother is from Windsor, my father's from Detroit, so I've had the best of both worlds. And this game of basketball, as you grow and as you leave here this weekend, you'll see how great this game is. And the reason why I ask those questions is I think the reason why I'm here today. Like as Ted mentioned, I've won a few awards here in the OCAA. I don't remember how many awards I won as a player or a coach, and that doesn't matter. But here are a few of them. A multi-time All-Star, Canadian scoring champion, All-Canadian, All-Millennium Team, Coach of the Year, OCAA silver medalist. Here are some of the things basketball has enabled me to do. So for the old school folks in the building, in the room, how many remember Nate Tiny Archibald? Played in the NBA. I had the opportunity to play with him for 3 years during the Summer League in New York City, alongside of Stephon Marbury and a few of the other NBA players. That was a great chance for me to show my appreciation to the game of basketball and learn a lot too. I finished and completed my goal of playing professional basketball. I played in Switzerland, and I traveled Europe because of this game here that we all love today. I've traveled, North America playing basketball. Playing basketball led me to coaching, or at least try to. I was terrified when I was asked to coach my first youth basketball game. I didn't know what to say or what to do, but I threw a basketball out there, and the kids went crazy. So I, start loving that, and it got me out of my comfort zone. This game of basketball, I've coached at the youth level, I've coached at the high school level, I've coached at the Ontario basketball level, I've coached obviously here in the league I love, the OCAA. And for the past 10 years, I've been coaching at Duke University. I don't know if everybody in this room knows a gentleman by the name of Coach K, but being a part of his staff in the summertime, summer camps has been amazing. Everything I talked about, is a pretty good outcome for a player. As a player, I was told a few of the following. Going into grade 9, I'm 6'1", and as I get older, I think I'm shrinking. But I was 4'11" at the first day of grade 9, and I was told I was too small to play basketball. I should try tennis or an individual sport. Basketball will not take you anywhere. You're wasting your time, then you need to stop playing basketball and get a job. Playing this great game of basketball, you will have a few events that will stick to you forever. I love these, the OCAA championship like we have here today and tomorrow. It'll be good to see all the teams going at it. Watching, you may know or have the same issue, but watching the same movie over and over and over again drives me up a wall getting on that bus, but it's something that'll stick with you forever. Rooming, some of you might deal with this, rooming with that same fool who keeps taking your food and not owning up to it. forgetting your shoes. So this is for some of the coaches that had to deal with it, and I have to deal with it as a player and a coach. Someone who forgets their shoes when you get to on the road and you get to the gym, and asking the bus driver to take that player back to the hotel to grab their stuff. This one here was pretty funny, I thought, until I did it. The team isn't here today, but Ted Beal would know this story. As we were on TV and a packed gym, and we're up by, I believe it was 28 points, and I was dribbling out the basketball. Something you learn pretty quick as a player, and I know now as a coach, and tell the players. I was dribbling out the ball. We're up close to 30 points. Me being the showboat, I guess. I really am not a showboat, but at the time, I shot the ball and it went in, and I turned and I started celebrating, and a few water bottles. The coach was mad. Everybody was upset. Nobody would talk to me for a few days because obviously, as a sportsmanship, you don't do that. So I learned that pretty quick. Again, playing at Rucker Park, getting on a plane for a first time, something small, but getting on a plane for a first time was because of the game of basketball. Meeting Coach K, working with him, and working with Coach Izzo from Michigan State. And then another story that I have when I had the opportunity to play basketball in Switzerland. I was told, and I don't know if anybody's been to Europe, but I was told at the time, do not sit in the first two cars because that is like the fancy or VIP cart area or train, whatever you call it. So I wanted to test that. I wanted to test it and see what happened. And long story short, I was the person, because my goal was to get up when the conductor come to collect the tickets. I was going to get up and then go to the back of the train. Well, plan was shot pretty quick because the conductor came from the back of the train forward, and I was kind of busted. So I played I don't speak English, and I tried to pretend like I was sleeping. The conductor said, I'm from the U.S. and I speak perfect English. So you're going to have to get your stuff and go to the back to the next two trains, because I was way up where I shouldn't have been. So I had to pack my stuff and turn and do the walk of shame. It's funny when I think about it now, but at the time, the game of basketball allowed me to get into those little bits of trouble. There's many other stories that I could go on about with this game of basketball, with family, friends, your teammates, your coaches, and things like that. But a couple things I want you to take away from my talk today is don't judge a book by its cover. So when you're out there this weekend, go at it. By all means, go at it. Respect each other, and just have fun doing that. You never know. You would never know walking past me. Some of you bigger fellas in here, but that I was a half decent basketball player. So never judge a book by its cover. Has anybody ever heard from the New England Patriots, Bill Belichick? Be comfortable being uncomfortable. So as I said earlier, I don't like really talking in front of large groups of people, but how could I pass up this opportunity to talk at my home college? My home college is hosting, and talking to a group of people that love the game just as much as I do. So be comfortable being uncomfortable. And something I always preach as a coach is attention to detail. If your coaches are asking you to hit that line, don't almost hit the line. Listen to the advice of the coach and hit that line, and pay attention to detail in everything you do. In basketball, attention to detail can make the difference in winning or losing, and it could be as simple as making a pass to the right person or getting a rebound, or playing right to the buzzer sounds. The same principle applies to life. Every detail counts, every decision counts, every action, every word has potential to make a difference. So pay attention to detail and always do the right thing. You know what's up when it comes to doing the right thing. Nobody should have to tell you that. As you go through this tournament and your future endeavors, remember that there will be ups and downs, and you have moments of triumph and moments of defeat, but never lose sight of the dreams and never give up on them. Believe in yourself, your teammates, and your coaches, and always work hard, never settle, and as I said, be comfortable being uncomfortable. The point of this talk is about taking risks. Don't be afraid to swing and miss, because you will. you will swing and you will miss in life. It's a part of life. And learning comes from the chances you take. Unfortunately, this weekend, one team will win gold, 7 teams will not. That's just, we got to deal with it. So those 7 teams, you got to deal with it. I ask everyone in this room to use this weekend as an opportunity to learn, grow, make memories, and compete. The biggest thing is to get out there and compete. Challenge yourself to do better, but also help others. And I know you're going to step on that court and have a few nice words for that person in a different colored uniform. But at the end of the day, make sure you challenge yourself and you're helping others. This may be your first year and it may be your last year or somewhere in between, but whatever it is, know this, that you're an athlete. Better yet, you're a basketball player. And now you're a part of the OCAA basketball alumni family. So like I said, I know coaches here that I've coached against, and I know I could call them at any time. And there's players, as players, I know I could call other players that I've played against, and I could call them anytime if I need anything. And the thing is, at the end of the day, fellas, we are basketball players. We get things done. So you've worked hard, sacrificed, and given your all to get here. And that is something to be proud of. I wish the best of luck in this tournament and future endeavors. May you continue to be driven, focused, and dedicated to your goals, but also remember to celebrate those successes. Learn from your failures, and never forget the importance of paying attention to detail. So go out there, give your all, play with passion, and leave everything you can on the court. And always remember, when the game is over, the memories and friendships you made will last a lifetime. Congrats to the award winners. Thanks to my family. Thanks to the OCAA. Thank you to St. Clair College for this opportunity. Have a good night.
Thanks very much, Jimmy. Appreciate you taking time out of your schedule. He's headed to Brantford tomorrow. He's going to be coaching his daughter in a championship tournament. I wish him all the best. Formal part of the evening, we'd like to get going with the awards. I'd like to call forward the senior convener, Eric Savage, to help us with the presentations. As you're called forward, folks, just help us out by moving to the backdrop here, and we'll get some photos taken of you. We'll start first with the East Best Defensive Team Award. I'd like to call forward the team captains from the Seneca State, who are not here. Well, we'll give them a round of applause in their absence. I actually thought they were going to come. It's one of those things. West Division Best Defensive Team, 78.2 points per games against. Let's call forward team captains from the Niagara College Knights. Move on to the division champions. First from the East, 17-1 record. Let's call for the team captains from George Brown, please. Next from the West Division, celebrating their first title since 2004 and their first outright title since 2002, the St. Clair College Saints with a 15-3 record. Go for the team captains. It's a lot of captains. I think we're going to need a big back trouble. Next, we'll move on with the all-rookie team selections, starting in the East first. Those who could not be in attendance today is Jaden Jack from Loyalist and Ahmad Ismail from Loyalist. Quick round of applause in their absence. Next, rookie team selection from the East, from Durham College with an 11.7 points per game average, almost 8 rebounds per game, Kansky Simon. Also not in attendance from the East rookie team, Tayshawn Crawford from Centennial. Thank you. The last all-rookie team selection from the East led his team with a 17.3 points per game average from Georgian College, Simeon Smith. Move on to the West Division all-rookie team. Average 14.8 points per game for Redeemer College, Parker Davis. Next from Humber College, averaging almost 11 points per game, Kyle Brown Fazekas. Next, West Division all-rookie team selection, again from Humber College, averaging almost 9 points per game, J.R. Harwood. Next, all-rookie selection from Mohawk College. Tied for 7th in the OCAA with 20 points per game. Led the OCAA with a 92-point free throw percentage, Stefan Anisco. Final all-rookie selection from the West. The OCAA's third leading scorer, almost 25 points per game. From Conestoga College, Ladera Ujulu Oveng. We'll move on with the East Division second team All-Stars. This Georgia Brown player led the team with a 12.2 points per game average, Jeremiah Brown. Now that's some hustle. I like that. Could not be in attendance from Clair College, Chikinia Mbengu. Also not in attendance from Centennial College, Covain Armstrong. From Algonquin College, could not be here also, Ted Brayton. And the final second team All-Star from the East, led the team in scoring from Durham College, 15.8 points per game, almost 5 assists, Angelo Sarsonas. We'll move to the West Division second team All-Star selections. The St. Clair Saint averaged 15.4 points per game, 20th overall in the OCAA, Mr. Chad Vincent Simon. Another selection from St. Clair College, averaging nearly 12 points per game. Please help me congratulate Jalen Harmon. Next, West second team All-Star selection. This Mountaineer averaged nearly 19 points per game, 9th overall in the OCAA, and led the OCAA in rebounding, Jerry Jr. Mercury. Next selection led his team with a 15.3 points per game average, nearly 10 rebounds, which was 6th overall in rebounding, from Niagara College, Delroy Grandison. The final West second team All-Star selection led the OCAA in scoring, from Conestoga College, Terrell Lloyd. We'll move on to the East Division first team All-Star selections. This Georgian Grizzly led the team with a 17.3 points per game average, Simeon Smith. Next selection led the team with 7 rebounds per game to go with 12.2 points, from George Brown, Derek Taylor. Next selection could not be here from Centennial College, Hussam Shabal. Next selection for the East Division first team 10.7 points per game from George Brown, Robert Ocampo. Looks like he's bringing friends. The final East Division First Team All-Star selection was 5th at the OCAA in scoring. Please help me congratulate from Durham College, Adam Husseini. Move on to the West Division First Team All-Stars. Led the OCAA with 452 points this season from Lambton College, Journey Joseph. Next selection was 3rd in the OCAA with 427 points, almost 24 points per game from Sheridan College, Mohammed Qasim. Next, West Division First Team All-Star selection, 20 points per game, 7th in the OCAA, nearly 6 assists, which was 2nd in the OCAA from St. Clair College, Shaq Price. The next West First Team All-Star led the OCAA in triples at 63 on the season, over 20 points per game. 6th overall from Mohawk College, Daniel Graham. Final West Division First Team All-Star selection, 3rd leading scorer in the OCAA, nearly 25 per, from Conestoga College, Ladera Julio Orlando. Let's move on to the 6th Man of the Year awards. From the East Division, led the team with 12.2 points per game from George Brown, Jeremiah Brown. The 6th Man of the Year from the West Division, tied for 7th in the OCAA at 20 points per game. Again, led the OCAA with almost a 92% free throw percentage from Mohawk, Stefan Nisker. The Defensive Players of the Year award, first in the East Division, led the OCAA in steals with 52 from George Brown, Chris Fields. The West Division Defensive Player of the Year award goes to St. Clair College's Terrence Williams. Terrence was 4th overall in the OCAA in steals. Next we have the Scoring Champion Awards. First from the East Division, 389 points, 21.6 points per game, which was 5th in the OCAA from Durham College, Adam Hosseini. In the West Division, very competitive. It was a dead heat. We have a tie between Conestoga's Terrell Lloyd and Jerry Joseph from Lansing College at 25.1 points per game. By default, those are the OCAA scoring champions also. Yeah, you can clap, it's okay. Next we have the Divisional Rookie of the Year Awards. First from the East Division, led the team at 17.3 points per game again from Georgian, Simeon Smith. The West Division Rookie of the Year has been up here a couple times already. From Conestoga, Ladera Ojulo Obang. Next we have the Divisional Coach of the Year Awards. First from the East, 14-4 record, 2nd place. From Durham College, Desmond Rowley. Next from the West Division, also with a 14-4 record, 2nd place in the West, from Mohawk, Brian Jordan. Next we have the CCAA All-Canadian Selections and Divisional Players of the Year, kind of a combination. We have 3 All-Canadians that are selected from the OCAA each season now. This St. Clair Saint averaged 20 points per game and 2nd in assists and overall from St. Clair, Shaq Price. Gets it later. You get a picture though. The 2nd All-Canadian selection and the East Division Player of the Year, 21.6 points per game from Durham College, Adam Hosseini. The final All-Canadian West Division Player of the Year from Conestoga, Ladera Ujulo Obeng. He's very deliberate, and since he's up here, we're going to keep moving. I don't want him to leave. Stay right there, young man. The OCAA Rookie of the Year award, again, goes to Ladera Ujulo Obeng. Next, we have the OCAA Coach of the Year overall. This is a nominee for the National Coach of the Year. Please help me congratulate from Clair College, Desmond Brown. Our final award is the OCAA Player of the Year. It was a West All Rookie Team and OCAA Rookie of the Year, West First Team All-Star, West Player of the Year, CCAA All-Canadian, third leading scorer in the OCAA, 12th in rebounds, 4th in assists, and 9th in steals per game. Please help me congratulate one more time from Conestoga College, Ladera Ujulo Obeng. Folks, that concludes the awards for this evening. I want one last final round of applause for the folks here at the Center of the Arts. I want to thank the partners again from We Digital Productions for the stream tonight and throughout the weekend. I look forward to everyone competing well over the next few days, and we'll see you all on the court next. Coaches will adjourn to the side room for the coaches' meeting. Thank you.